Hello everybody, it's SuffolkBlue all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome back to City Skylines. You join me here on the banks of Lake Haven, a reservoir made with a dam over there, just outside our city in the peaceful, foresty areas. Look at it. How beautiful is this, please? So today, I've decided that we're going to spend a little bit of time over by the reservoir. We want to try and make this into somewhere a little bit nice, maybe put a few cabins in. I don't necessarily want a lot of cars around here, but I do think it would be a beautiful place to have a little look at. I don't want to spoil it with too much, but we are going to bring over a bit more green energy as well, so we can get rid of some of the pollution over the other side. Let's get out of that first-person view and have a look at what we've got to play with here. Here we go, look. So, what I was thinking about is that we sort of want to be able to get people out and about, to get them around, get some look at some areas over here maybe, and have a little like village. We've got the road already that comes across from the dam, so we're going to carry on with that. It's an ordinary road on the top there. I'm going to turn it into just come straight off there to start with. We're just using the ordinary roads. We're not going to use sort of one-way systems or anything too much out here. Actually, let's go a bit further with that. Let's go a bit right out there. Then look at really curving it around the coast. We're trying... Oops, didn't quite get that how I wanted it to look. Something a little bit like... I've got to think about the turn as well off this road. Haven't thought about how I wanted to do that really. Let's do it this way. So we're going to go out. I'm going to go out this way. I'm going to try and make a little coastal road that sort of swings itself out and around. It's got to be something like. Out and around. Right along the edge of the reservoir, you see. What a beautiful way to drive if you were driving around the edges there like that. So that's this part out here. We're going to make a little village type affair out here. I don't want to make a massive... I don't know whether I want these to be tree-lined actually or not. Maybe we won't. Let's go for the non-tree-lined affair. Use real trees. We don't need to use fake ones by the road like this. Let's take these out. There we go. And okay, now we're going to come in with the tree line though, and we're going to come off at a branch here somewhere. Let's do a straight road up, coming into like a little. Straight up, let's put some curves on it now. Just to say a huge thank you actually to everybody that supported me over the last week or two when we were doing the birthday celebrations for my 1-year anniversary here on YouTube. It's great. I love doing this. Who wouldn't love doing this? But it's just nice when you get when people respond in the way that people did on some of those videos. So thanks very much to everybody that had a look and everybody that subscribed and sent me messages of support. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Right, what are we going to do here? And this is a good question. I've sort of made just a loop out. Again, I don't want this to be heavily, but we do need to do something to get on and off this motorway, I think. And I wonder whether we can do it in a very British way, which is not very American, which one of the reasons it may not be here. But let's actually take this off. I need to come back across. I'm going to come away from the tree-lined one now. I want to come at this from straight on, I think. Maybe I do. Probably to about here. I suppose that's because that changes, is it? That's strange to have a crossing there for no particular reason. Oh, it happens everywhere. It's wherever there's a change. Okay. That's okay. Right, so Let's go for a on-ramp from this end. It's got to go that way. Okay, so essentially you can come off that motorway and through, or join that motorway there. Obviously what you can't do at the moment is go straight over the road. So I wonder if we can, if I go back to you, page up, is there any point where I can... Maybe I haven't gone that far enough away. What does that look like? Oh, it does do that. Okay, yeah. So really we want a little bit of a tiny roundabout in here. Okay, let's push it back. Let's push it back a bit. It's fine, it works. This is the important thing we've found out. Let's do a little roundabout. We need to do a page down anyway. Page down. Let's do a really small, nothing too grand, square about. Nothing round about that roundabout. Okay. We want one that goes over the top of the road, and I think we still can do that actually. Page up. Oh, why are you... There's loads of room to do this. Further then. How frustrating. Page down. Okay. Let's go on to our one-way system. Boom. Yep. Boom. 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 Again, another little square roundabout. Let's take our road. So you're going to join the road. You could go off here is what we would be saying. So you can go off here. If I go 4x1 and then go up. Yes, I thought so. Good. Where can I get a blue spot? There I can get a blue spot. Let's go right across the road. And we need to go down again, page down. Okay, so that's sort of a flyover. And then what we want to be able to do is say, actually, if you're coming off, it has to be two-way, doesn't it? Because if they're going to come off, they need to be able to go over. So actually, let's upgrade this straight away. One way, not work. Gotta be two-way. So that now two-way? Yes. So you can go... You can only go... Just think about this. Yeah, done the roundabout. The roundabout's the wrong way round. That's why that's not working. Let's do it this way. Let's do it the way it works in Britain. There we go. Trying putting an American system roundabout in a British road is not going to win you any favours. Right. Okay. So this is then they can go over the road, and then on this side, what we're going to need again back to here. Is something a little bit like. Oh heck! I knew I would do that wrong. I want a very small little roundabout. I don't need a big affair. There we go. Just a little roundabout on this side. And then all we need to be able to do is take... I think we can go from... Can I turn off it? Oh, I can't, okay. Something like that. Something like that. And it's because that roundabout's too far away, really. Something like that. And something like that. It's quite pretty. but it is too far away. But that's the sort of look we're going to be going for. So they can come off. Let me think about this. You join the roundabout. You can either go off that way and off there. That needs to be the other way around. Like so. So you're joining it there. Come off it there. Straight onto a roundabout, essentially. Straight off here. And join up there. Same here. Turn this into that one, and this one is correct. I think that's right. So you'd be able to come down there. That is no left turn. You have to go around the roundabout and up again. So that's the sort of thing that I would expect to see. A little bit like that, because one of the roads is very much higher than the other. What if we can push that forward? I'd like to push that forward. I don't like the idea of that being quite so. Let's get that in there. So, back to road. Let's go back to a one-way. Straight. Let's go from here. Snap bomb. That's better. So there's much smaller roundabout. Let's take this road up, connect it on. Let's just make sure it's going around like a proper roundabout, and it is. Then let's get the rest, and we should be able to do something like that. Let's have a little look. Yeah, we've got to turn that around. So you've got to go that way around. So you would come on the roundabout. You can go around the roundabout and straight off and off onto this road. Or you can go around the roundabout and you can go off and over the middle. Now, do I need to make this around? I still think this needs to be one way. Otherwise you end up with a right load of confusion. So let's do that as well. Let's upgrade all the way around. So same as the one across the other side of the road. You can go off this route, go around. You can either come off there or go on there. That is how I would do a road junction. I might try and be a bit neater next time. Try and bring some of these edges in, because this bridge is quite long. But there we go. It's done. So there we go. This is now another access route onto the motorway off from this route if we wanted to. Let's go into actually building a little bit of an estate. We're going to use some of these tree-lined roads again. Let's just take some of the. There's going to be so little by the way of sort of houses in this. This is a village. There we go. And I think that's about right. That's all it needs. Now, I am straight away going to put in this a churchyard, because all villages normally have, and it's normally pretty much dead centre in the middle of an English village. You'll find the church or its churchyard. So let's try and do something a little bit like that here somewhere. Somewhere that makes sense a little bit. I do want a bit of straight edge. It's a shame we haven't got anywhere straight edged, because yeah. Oh, actually, can we fit it in here maybe? Probably more likely to be on this main road in. Let's have a look where it goes nicely. Okay, there we go. So there we go. The village now has a church. I'm also going to put a crematorium next to it, which you probably wouldn't find in an ordinary village, but the game sort of requires me to do this, otherwise we would end up with that being full very quickly. Let's put that in. Let's just pause everything for a second. We've got loads of money, 848,000 bucks. Okay, now education-wise, over here you're only ever likely to have a small local school. So let's put in our small local school. I can go on the edge up here somewhere. There we go, a little small local school. Now we want really, really low level housing only. Don't have to do all of it either. I'm going to particularly leave some gaps so it's not completely full. There will be some shops out here. Not many, just a little local parader shop, something like that. Not that one. We want some parks. How big are these parks? They're not too bad. Could have some sort of in the middle here somewhere, something like that. Quite high land value. What have we got here? Piazza with trees. It's a big park. Large playground. Perhaps next to the school. Okay, let's turn it off again. Let's go and have a look again at our zones. There we go. So this is not efficient. This is not supposed to be efficient, I suppose. Actually, let's fill out some of this. This is just about... There's a little village down by the banks of the reservoir on this side. It's got its local church. Little parade of shops, maybe. Let's put some on this corner. There's a local pub down here where people can come and have a nice lunch down by the river, something like that. And that's it, I think. I think that's the grand size of it. Let's just fill in this last of these ones so it actually makes a bit of sense. And that's the village. That's how I would do my village. Let's see how that develops. Let's first, before we do that though, and again, I really wish I could see how these trees were going to look, but I can't. But never mind. Let's pop in just a few of these trees, especially around this park area, on the edge between the crematorium and on the curb. And you really can spend, if you're doing, using broadleafs, if you can, make it a nice area. Now, power and water. Let's not forget these two very, very important things. We're actually going to use... that's 20 megawatts in itself, isn't it? We're going to use... coming in behind... There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cover that up with trees again. As best as we can. Just along this edge. Let's make that a bit bigger again. Just along the edge, just cover up some of these a little bit. Doesn't matter too much. Because then what we can then look at doing is potentially putting in some walkways. Some like pavements and pathways. Let's put in some ordinary fir trees as well. Just give it a bit of extra colour, because you can see you don't want it all the same colour, because I think that looks pretty special when it's that sort of a collection of thick green, all of the same colour. But there we go. So this is a heavy woodland area on the very edge of the banks there. And for water, we are going to draw water straight from our... we're going to draw it from... Let's have a think. As close to this as possible, actually, because then I haven't got a... There we go. But sewage, we're not going to put over here. Let's be clear. Right. It's going to go... I guess the best way of doing this, we can probably go... There. There. And back again. And then let's just cut across here a couple of times. And let's just go up here, to the middle, and back, and across here. Alright, and then we want the sewage not to go this way. Sewage cannot be pumped out of here. It must go out via the mainline sewage. So we'll do that there. So we've got a connection. So the village can now pump its sewage the same way as everybody else can. Lovely. Can I do... I will just put water in here as well. Not that we're expecting necessarily to use it, but it's nice in case I do accidentally put some buildings down there. Now, one other thing I want to put over here is a local bobby. Let's put a policeman in. Just a small one. Can't see what I'm doing. Just a small one. Where's the policeman gone? Police. Again, he's likely to probably be pretty central to it all. Something like that there. And because we have to, although, as I say, you wouldn't normally, to be very honest, you wouldn't normally have a fireman out all the way out here. But there we go. Because if we didn't, it would be burnt down as a crisp in a second. Let's have a look again at the amount of people. Let's just fill in this bit as well. 1, 2, 3. 1. That's the playground. Okay. And I think, put extra in there, I think we're going to let that go. Let's put a policy district around it. We're going to call it. It's a little tiny village on the edge of our main city. It's going to come in here, encapsulate all of this, and round, back again. Apparently it's called Bedford. We're not calling it Bedford. It's all on its own. Just go right out here. Okay, that's in. And if we just click on this now, there's a... Let's call it something local to where I live. Let me think about it. I'm going to call this... Henley Village. Beautiful. So there's Henley, all the way out here, by the reservoir. In actual fact, I think this reservoir would be called, I think we'll call it, it's the Henley Reservoir. We call it Greenhaven Dam over here, but we're not going to call it that. This is actually going to be the Henley Dam. Oops. Henley Dam. Not operating at the moment. Now, looking at the water flow here, it's interesting. If you remember, way back, you can see there's no arrows in this at all. All the arrows are down here. This water is not running out. So I'm almost inclined to pump the water out from here. Lots of it. And have our pumps along here to literally pump this dry. So once this is dry, we'll then move back over to here. So any more water pumps I do, I'm going to pump from this side of the dam. Because I want this water level to really drop down. Really, 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 really do. Okay, let's see how Henley develops. Let's turn it on. There we go. Hopefully the power will be working very soon. There we go. That's on. Green electricery. There we go. And already people are moving in out here. Let's just get in here and have a look. Whereabouts are we? So there's the road. Let's go into Henley. To drive through Henley. Got a first thing you see is the crematorium, which is worrying. But there's the church on our right. Really see that very well, but it's behind that wall. There's the church. Nice little area to live, out in the middle of the sticks. Little play park for the kids. I think we do have to put a bus route out here. We will have to put a bus route out here, I think. And obviously we could go back into the village, I think, this way. But I just think it's a nice little bit. The only thing we have got to think about, obviously, is rubbish, is the trash. And there we go. This is our shopping zone for all the people that live in Henley. Just drive around. Where does this road stop? Come back out. Oh, it comes back out right opposite the church. So we can go back this way. Everything looks so American, though. It is such an American design. I said it before in one of my previous videos of this, but I really, really would love a more European version of City Skylines, a European updated one with, you know, more British or English and you know, even continental looking buildings, because I think that would be amazing as an add-on. And then we can keep on going down here as we head out towards the freeway. And you see they're coming in. This is where we start to speed up a little bit. We can get ourselves more on the... We do it, indicate, and we go around about. And we can go straight off up here. Check there's no traffic coming, although we won't bother. And we're off, and we're on the main motorway. Fantastic. So that's Henley. Henley is in. Just a little thing. The next thing we're going to look at doing, I think, over here. Let's just put some more trees in down here. I brought some broadleafs in. Don't want hundreds of them. Just enough. Let's make that a bit bigger. Just a little collection of trees there. Let's put some of our... Put some of these in again, just to mix up the colours a little bit. Don't need... Oops, a lot there. We might as well delete some of those. Put in our firs as well. Really just to try and break up some of that colour. Over there. Let's put in... There we go. Again, just breaking up some of that dark green we've just put in. Just around the edges. And I think that is done. A bit more just on the edge on that layer. But there we go, giant forestry area around Henley. Little Henley, all cut off, surrounded by woodland. Hopefully we're going to get some high land value in here. I wonder if we can have a look at the land value. Is it that one? Land value. Yeah, it's pretty high. I think we could probably do it being a wee bit higher, actually. So let's put in another park if we can. We've got a playground in already. Small playground. That's with trees. Another small park. Maybe on this edge. Put that in there. And that's going to get electricery in a minute. There we go, land value, always rising, pushing up that land value. Again, let's have a look at it, see what it's done. That will kick in at some point and really push this out. So, we've got, it's not green yet in terms of land value, I think it should be. Have we got anything nice that we can put over here? Got the expo, we'll have the expo over here though. No, there's nothing nice in there that I can see is going to be... It's going to be doing an awful lot. Surrounding land value. So this does raise land value, does it? I really want one of these in the middle here, though. One on the edge. There we go, just to try and push that up a little bit for land value. And let's just... I am going to put in a bit more housing around here. Otherwise it's going to look a bit odd. So let's just kick it out. Like that. There we go. Henley. Beautiful. So there we go, Henley Village is in. So it doesn't always have to be about, you know, cramming in as much as you possibly can over here. I love the fact about this game that you can be a little bit more... free range, a little bit more open to just putting in a little bit here and there. Let's put in just a sprinkling of some trees around this edge. Again, thinking about the colour scheme. Don't want to overpack it. Mix it in with some similar colours but different tree types. And then get some firs. Same again. Bigger tree type. Colour it in. And look at that, you can get a really good mix of colour along that edge, just to really make it stand up. But there we go, beautiful Henley. I wonder if that'd be a place I'd love to live, Henley, like that. Small, tight, quiet. Problem with workers, though, always will be. I think what I'll do off camera is I'll put a bus route in. You don't need to see me do that. You see me do enough of those. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed us putting in just a little tiny village. That's how I would put my villages in. Hopefully it's a little bit of inspiration for you guys that haven't yet started playing this game. If you haven't, you really should. It's an amazing and really peaceful... It's like one of those games which just helps you calm right down after work. I can sort of sit here and just mess about in this world without any problems at all. Let's put a bit more greenery in around here. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time for some more City Skylines. If you have enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, a little tick in the box. It doesn't cost you anything, but it really does mean the world to me. It really does help me to see, what I'm doing right and where I'm going wrong. If you think I've done something or you want to have a chat about stuff, leave a comment. Always do. And check out other things that are going on my channel as well. But thanks very much for watching. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.